All right, guys, I'm going to do question 27 from the June 2025 Regents exam. It's basically we're multiplying two binomials. This has two terms and this has two terms. So we need four boxes, which I have here. And then they want us to simplify it and it'll reduce to a trinomial and they want us to put it in standard form. Now we did these towards the end of the year. I wish we could have spent a little bit more time on it, but we did see it. And so I'm hoping that most of you were able to do this because we definitely went over this. So 5x minus 3. Doesn't matter which one goes first. So this will be 2x to the first power plus 7. Now, remember, you multiply the coefficients and constants and you add the exponents. That's all you're doing. So let's do the multiplication part first. So this is going to be a negative 10. This is going to be a plus 6. This is going to be 35. And this is going to be a negative 21. Now, every box except for the last one here is going to get an X. Everything else, this is the only one that doesn't get an X. So I'm going to come here, going to put an X here, X here, X here. Now all I'm going to do is add the exponents. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. That's it. So our box is complete. Now we just combine the like terms. So let's go and do that. So, and of course we have to put this in standard form. So these two boxes can be combined because they both have the same variable and exponent. So this is going to be a negative 10x squared. That's this box. And then 35 plus 6 is 41. So this is going to be 41x to the first power. And then we have the constant of a minus 21. That's our answer. Now, you know what I want you guys to do. Anytime you're doing any algebra on this exam, I need you to check it. So I've already stored $1.21 or 23 into X. Now I'm going to type in the original. So this is going to be 5x minus 3 times negative 2x plus 7. And then I press enter. And I get $14 and about 30 cents. Now, if my answer is correct, that's what my output should be when I type this in. So 10x squared plus 41x minus 21. And then I press enter and they match. So that means my algebra is good. All right. Now, I'm going to show you something else for those who might have struggled with this. Um, you could have you could have made this into a function, right? You could have typed in, let me see if I can go back over here and get that. So I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to copy that. So copy C. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to place it in as a function, right? And then I'm going to graph it. Now, I could go to the table. Now, this is a little bit more work. I could go to the table, and because it's a quadratic, I need at least 3 or 4 points. So I could take, I'm going to write these down. I could write X, Y, I could do 110, 221, I could do 312, and then I could do 4, a negative 17. So I got 4 points, right? So I wrote them down here. So now what I can do is I can go to the spreadsheet, enter these points, and then it's going to, and then use menu 464, and it's going to give me the equation, and they always give you the equation in standard form. So watch what I'm saying. So I can come here now. Now I realize that this is more work, but if you were struggling and you were actually trying to get, oops, what's going on? How come I can't tab over? Oops, I see what it's doing. All right, I'm gonna make this A because the reason it doesn't like that is I stored a number into X over there. So I'm gonna make this A and B. All right, so but it's the same thing. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna come here and I'll put 10, 21, 12, and then a negative 17. Uh, I gotta go back and check those numbers because those look weird to me. Let me go back here and let's see, 10, 21, 12, negative 17. Okay, that's right. All right, so if I come back here, now I've entered those. So now I'm just going to go to the purple, and this is going to be the A down here, which is actually X, and this is the Y. You can see it's a quadratic, and now I just do menu 464, and it'll give me the equation. Now, so this is another way that you could answer this question. I know most of you guys probably didn't see this, but I just made that original expression into a function, and then I found 4.45 points, plot it, and then put that into the spreadsheet. And because it's a quadratic, once I graph it, I can see it's a quadratic. I can come back and see this. And this matches. Negative 10x squared plus 41 minus 21 basically is what we have here. So, all right. Just wanted to show you that there's a couple ways to do this. One is straightforward. You should check it. And then the second one is just being test smart. Like if you were struggling to come up with the actual expression in standard form, let's say you forgot how to multiply binomials, you could still say, oh, I can graph this as a function. Let me get a couple points off this table, see what it looks like. And once I see what it looks like, I can do a regression and actually come up with the actual equation. Let's say this was a quadrat or a cubic function, right? Once you look at it, you go, oh, that's a cubic function. So you could have chosen that, and then it would also have given you the equation in standard form. It's just being test smart. I'm trying to give you guys as many options as possible to do as well as possible. All right, I'm going to stop and post.